Hello again, it's Shelly here. Today we're going to ask ourselves that question we normally ask, which is, can a lady of a certain age who is not a makeup artist, can she get 3 looks out of one palette, and is that palette a good value, or does that make that palette a good value? Today we're going over the Morphe. This is the 24A Artist Pass palette. Pretty sure this is that collaboration with Saweetie, which I don't know her music at all. Upside down, sorry. This was kind of an impulse purchase for me, but I actually really thought the colors were kind of fun and it seemed like there was a lot of opportunity here, so I created this look along with a couple other ones that I can't wait to share with you guys. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments down below which one you think I like the best, and if you have this palette, if you're thinking about getting this palette. I am not sponsored, affiliated, or anything like that with Morphe. I also, at the very end, did some live swatches of the CColor Cosmetics 5-color liquid lip. This is a super matte stay all day. There's 5 colors that looks like this. Those are the swatches. And this lip also came with a combination of 2 of those, plus a little bit of the House Lab Venus lip gloss on top, which you guys know is already a big favorite of mine. So I've got a couple other new products. I'm going to tell you what I've got on my face. I've got all this going on. I've got 3 looks. I've got a long video, so I'm going to get into the video. Look number 1 with this Morphe 24A Artist Pass. You know what? Here's the thing about this channel is we don't necessarily have to take our inspiration from what other people's interpretation of it are. We can come up with our own thing. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a 20-something-year-old rapper. I'm a lady of a certain age who wants to know, can I get several different looks out of this one palette, which is crazy brightly colored? Can I get looks that I'd actually leave the house in? That's kind of our challenge, what we're trying to do here. So right now I have, really I just kind of took it down this row. I didn't actually use that. I should though. Why didn't I use that color? I'm gonna go back in. We're gonna put a little bit of that on here. Oh yeah, that's bright. That's a little bit better. All right. So bright and fun, and yes, I don't have any lipstick on because I'm actually going to do a try-on swatching thing. The big surprise for me was this orange, and on camera and on my eyes it does not look as bold and bright as it does in the pan. It looks like a highlighter. It looks like a crazy orange color, but when I put it on, it was actually surprisingly wearable. So I don't know if this is, you know, kind of the intention for these bright colors, but I actually kind of like it. And I think I would absolutely wear this on vacation or something, you know, maybe on a weekend, maybe something, you know, outdoors and fun, and or maybe just at home. Maybe at home when I have nowhere else to go. Okay, my one thought on this palette right now. This glitter, it doesn't need to be in here. There is nothing about that that actually works. So I tried, you know, if you run your fingers in it, you can kind of get a little bit on there. And when I put it on my hand, it just becomes a chunky mess. I tried wetting it down with a little bit of setting spray on a brush. These swatches right here, I could get it to stick a little bit, but when I tried the same technique on my eye, I got like 2 little pieces of glitter and nothing else. I suspect that some of the other ones might perform the same, but we're gonna, you know, go down through the next set of colors and we'll see what we can come up with. And I'll be back in just a minute after I get this taken off. Okay, little update between the last video and this video. When I went to take the eyeshadow off, in just like typical kind of Morphe fashion, this bright pink fuchsia kind of color actually stained my eyelids, and you can't really tell it so much now, maybe just a little tiny bit. I've had that happen before with Morphe eyeshadows. The first look I actually used this isn't it, and apparently I didn't bring it in here. The first look I used the MAC Painterly pot. This time I've used the P. Louise Eyelid Primer. I'm gonna see how that performs and see if it's a little bit better, and if it doesn't work, I've got some other options too. right, that's dark. It's a little bit heavy. Look number 3 with this Morphe 24A Artist Pass palette. Looks like this. We know that sometimes the darker colors, like the dark kind of chocolatey browns, and it was patchy and it didn't really want to blend as well. I mean, I had to put some extra work into it, and I can tell you with Morphe palettes, my experience is if you want that seamless blend, you just have to work on it. It does happen. You can get there. You just have to work on it a little bit more. What saved this for me and turned it into kind of a fun, smoky, bold date night was this glitter right here. And it is called Instabatty. So the Instabatty glitter I actually liked. I thought it actually saved this look for me just a little bit. Trying to blend this out, this little seam here between the two a little bit more. But I think that actually saved this, and this is just a trick that I've done. You guys have seen me do this before, but if my mattes are looking a little chunky, a little patchy, tap a little bit of a shimmer or maybe a subtle glitter, something like that, right over the top of it, and you don't notice the chunkiness. So there's my non-pro tip, just in case. I am gonna take this off and we're gonna come back with a third look, and we're having fun, we're playing. I changed up the primer this time again. This time it's not really a primer. It's actually Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics. Full coverage, anti-aging, waterproof concealer. So I actually use that as a primer on my eye, and we're gonna go in with our third and final look. I'm loving this purple. I thought the quality, the consistency, the color story, everything was absolutely perfect. And I basically just used this section right here. I did not even attempt this glitter. Yeah, it's the same kind of, no, actually, you know, when you buff it on, it's not bad here. Let me do some swatching. All right, you guys, here's some of the glitters. And this was the first one I tried, and it is just a mess. The purple, actually, you put it on, you swipe it a few times, and it actually looks really good. The greenish color was ish okay. This yellow, I'm not a fan of that. The blue you already saw in my last look. So out of the glitters, I would say the purple and the blue actually performed really well. I could live without this one, and I could live without that one. And the green was okay, as long as you just put some work into it. I'm not gonna mess up this look by putting on glitter, because I don't think it needs it. I'm actually thrilled with the way it turned out. I didn't use the big chunky glitter. This has like stars in it, and I don't know where you would do that unless it was like I don't even know how to get it. I guess you could do a star, something like that. Okay, maybe I get it. I don't know how you would do that normally. All right, throw in a few stars. It feels a little bit like Kesha if I put stars in my face, or Lady Gaga, but why not? We'll just leave them on there for fun. I wouldn't put those on your eyes because that could get in your eyes and then you get a weird eye infection. Then you had to go to the hospital, and you're not supposed to be going to the hospitals right now because you don't want the coronavirus. But I feel like I got a pretty good sense of this palette. I absolutely like the palette. I wasn't sure because I didn't know her. I don't know Saweetie. I probably ought to listen to some of her music, I'm guessing, but I don't know her, so I wasn't really sure. I didn't buy it because of her. Here's the thing. I didn't need the glitters. Leave the glitters out. Maybe give me some more metallics. Maybe a couple more metallics and some more lighter colored mattes, like a bone or a cream colored matte would probably have made me pretty happy. But the glitters, I don't need the glitters. But the rest of it, you get this on sale, I would absolutely get this. It gave me enough to play with and to be inspired by. Oh, there's a couple other things I got in this purchase that I thought I would kind of show you. So I got this little kit thing that has in it a highlighter, a bronzer, and a couple brushes. And I don't know, it must have been on a pretty good sale because frankly all this stuff was impulse purchases. So we're gonna try because I feel like, you know, why not? My makeup actually didn't look too bad today. Do you want to know what I used? I'll show you what I used. I started with a little bit of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the Poreless Putty Primer, and I just used it on my T-zone just to kind of smooth things out a little bit. I also used the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. It is a full coverage moisturizer. Yes, it has SPF, and I'm not going outside, but I still used it because I wanted something kind of lightweight. I did use a little bit of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. Earlier, I used some cream products. Again, e.l.f. I've just been really enjoying these e.l.f. products lately, and I've been enjoying more of the cream products. I don't know why. I think it's because my skin was really dry, but I used a little bit of this to kind of contour after I put on the primer and before I went in with the foundation. I did a little bit of contouring with this. Liked it pretty good. And then I followed up with a little bit of the blush from a same cream colored palette. And I think I combined these two today just to give me just a little tiny bit of color. Now, I say that, and I'm going to tell you, as soon as I took off my first look, it started traveling down here, so I had to go back over it, kind of patch it, a little patch job. Hourglass, kind of been using that lately as sort of my go-to. Really like that blush. I don't know why I was so nervous about using it to begin with, but I'm going to go ahead and try to use some of these bronzers because I normally don't bronze after I do everything else. Like I do either a bronze / contour. I'm rushing a little bit because I'm actually missing the president's speech. It's recording right now as I do it because I've been watching his stuff every day. I don't know that I love this as a bronzer brush. Oh my, yeah, I just messed the whole thing up. Oh my word. Okay. So we're gonna have to match it up now. This is definitely a brush that could be used for contouring, not so much bronzing. We're gonna fix that a little bit with the big fluffy brush. Probably looks better on camera than it does in person. I need to try it some other time when I don't have already a face full of makeup. And I'm gonna try the highlighter now. And the brush is actually, I think, completely appropriate. And of course, I still have glitter from the stars on. Maybe a little much. Oh my gosh, these glitter stars. So I still have glitter on my face from the glitter stars. And I know some people are keen to bring this down. I'm not bringing this down here because I start to get into texture because I'm not young. But I think if I keep it down below my crow's feet, up above my blush and my bronzer, and just kind of highlight the top of that bone, I think it looks better. The highlighter I like. Okay, where'd my blush go? Because I'm blending this out a little bit more. All right, so the bronzer wasn't really my favorite in the order that I put it in, but the rest of it seems like it's okay. I love this eye look. I have zero issues with it at all. It's been weird filming this whole thing without any lip color on. So let's try some of these. I got this kit of 5 liquid lip color lipsticks from CColor Cosmetics. They kind of look like the Kylie Jenner, and we're just using the same lip liner for all of these. All right, so here's my only issue with these lips is they don't have an actual lip shade listed on them. So this to me is the darkest, for being the darkest color in there. I think I lose my top lip just a little bit with darker colors. So I think it looks okay actually with the purple eyeshadow. You'll have to let me know what you think about that. I'm gonna take this off and we'll come back with the next one. All right, this color, again, there's no name on it, but this color, it's a pretty spring summer color, you guys. I've got so much glitter on my face right now. If you can ignore the glitter, the lip color, I would actually wear this again. I think it's actually really pretty. Okay, 2 down, 3 more to go. Truth be told, this is not my favorite color. I think it's too light for me. I think it might be a good kind of like center color topper over something else. These dry down pretty fast. So I'm gonna get this off really quickly and we'll be back with the 4th one. This is very much a very light nude. Not probably something I would normally just kind of wear on its own, but I think it would make a nice layering piece. So I'm gonna take this off. I'll be right back with the last one. I like the color. I didn't put a whole lot on, but again, with a lot of dark colors, I feel like I lose my top lip just a little bit. So while this is drying down, I'm actually gonna go over it. I'm gonna add a little bit of the super light one right to the center. Sometimes that adds just a little bit more, even on these mattes that are gonna dry down a little bit. Just because I'm a little bit extra, I'm gonna go over the top with the House Lab lip gloss. Here's my thoughts on these, and I swatched them, the 5 colors that I used. I actually thought this collection gives you a really good range of wearable shades. They all dry down matte. Can I recommend these lipsticks? Yeah, I would. Oh my gosh, this is probably a little bit longer than I intended to do it, but let me remind you, not a makeup artist. I'm not affiliated. I'm not sponsored. I don't get anything in PR. I buy everything with my own money. I don't have a Patreon account, so you're not contributing to me doing these videos. I do them because I am a lady of a certain age, and I want to know, if I pick up a palette, can I get at least 3 looks out of that one palette, and is that a good use of my money? I like experimenting with brands that I don't know much about. I mean, CColor Cosmetics was not on my radar up until just probably last summer when I randomly saw one palette, and since then I have just fallen in love with the brand. So CColor Cosmetics, yes. Morphe, I mean, man, Morphe's been on my radar for a few years now. This just happens to be a really fun palette. I think I'll get a lot of use for this palette. I actually really enjoyed it. I think you could do it for work. You could use it for fun date night, fun staying at home, fun whatever. And again, we're not ignoring that there's problems going on in the world right now, you guys. This is just makeup. This is just a distraction. This is just our way to have fun, fill some time, play, do something creative that is not sitting in front of a phone, reading the news and getting consumed by all that. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I hope you guys are doing really well. Please subscribe if you're not already. Please ring the bell so you get notified on Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I post Pacific time at 3 p.m. And leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see. If there's a particular palette you've had your eye on. If you leave me a recommendation, sometimes I have to think about how I'm going to do it. So I've had a recommendation to do eyelid primers, and that means I'm gonna have to go find them all. I had a request to do my stash, my hoard of eyeshadow palettes. The only reason I haven't done that yet is because they're not in any kind of order. It would make more sense if I went through all of the brands as opposed to how I kind of have them organized by size right now, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm working on that. You guys don't give up on me. I will come up and post something about that hopefully within the next week or two. In the meantime, I hope you guys are staying healthy. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are keeping your immunities up. And I'm thinking about you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Oh my word. There's stars everywhere. Okay, we're flicking these off. Flicking the stars off. Be gone. Out with you, damn spot. Okay.